stream in here. Let's start recording on GarageBand. I turned off the metronome, so we're good.
Guys, we're sorry for anyone who listens to us on iTunes still. We don't mean to neglect you.
We just do.
But we do. Do you want to share my blanket?
Sure. Hi, welcome to Take This Rose. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are here to discuss week 3 of Colton's season of The Bachelor.
We're cozied under the blanket
it's
already.
Chilly. Somebody watching our last video thought we were from Austin because we mentioned the Velvet Taco.
We are not from Austin.
Wish I was from Austin. Wish I was. One of my favorite towns.
We are from Chicago.
Chicago. So it's freezing in here, and so we're sharing a blankie. My feet are really cold.
It's festive. Do you have socks on?
I do have socks on. No, I'm not wearing socks.
Well, I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know your life.
Okay,
Maybe
so
you like to just go to people's houses and take your shoes and socks off.
No, I'm not. That's something Colton would do.
Oh, Colton.
God, he's the worst. He's just so bad. All right, so before we get into it, let's talk about our plugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're on Instagram.
Take This Rose podcast.
Yeah, sure. We're on Twitter at Take This Rose. I tweeted for the first 30 minutes of this show, and then I kind of gave up. We're on Facebook, Take This Rose. You can always email us.
Take This Rose podcast at gmail.com. We love mail.
We love mail.
And we'll read your email while we're recording.
Yeah.
So you'll basically be famous.
It's a shout out.
It's a shout out.
And then
I stole you for a quick sec.
And then YouTube. Take This Rose podcast on YouTube.
You should be watching us for my facial expressions.
Yes. And subscribe. And if you hate it, don't rate it. We only had 1 thumbs down last week.
Oh, that's good.
But not many views. So tell your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a reflection on us or a reflection on the franchise?
I don't think people are super jazzed about Colton.
Right?
I'll tell you, the most jazz people got was about Rachel. And that was our highest ratings. We were getting like 2,000 views a video
that
like
was nice.
Yeah.
That made me feel validated.
Yeah, I really need that. So
we need external validation.
Let's bump.
We're at our hearts vain people.
Very vain. Let's bump it up, guys. All
Speaking of which, brought to you by our sponsors at That Trainer Tommy.
And at Jenny Cakes Chai.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you need some Skype training sessions or just a workout plan, he's your dude.
Yeah.
And if you live in the Chicagoland area and need cupcakes and or a cake.
Festive cupcakes and or
Yes.
cakes too, yeah. Yeah, she's all about the decorations.
That's fun, you guys.
So,
What else? What else
to kill time? So we don't have to talk about this episode.
Lucy's got a runny nose.
Yeah. She's not doing great.
No.
Yeah.
It was rough. She woke up a couple of times while we were recording. So
Yeah. But she was delightful when she was
she was a very happy baby when I brought her back
I almost
down.
said when she was awoke.
Awoke.
That's how much the word
she
awoke
came out
is in
woke.
my life. Yeah, right, yeah. Very conscious of social issues.
She has a book called Baby Feminist.
Yeah. Today she talked to me. She was like, I swear to God, if they don't figure out this border situation.
Yeah, she's a lot of opinions.
Yeah, very, very much so. So, I don't know. She said that she's going to figure out the whole Dreamers thing.
Yeah. For anyone watching and or listening who doesn't know, Lucy is my 1.5-year-old daughter.
Yeah, she doesn't say much, but when she does, it's profound.
Yep. She saves it.
So, we're in week 3 of The Bachelor. Last week I thought was pretty good, right? It's pretty solid. This week, a little bit. This is what happens at this stage in the season. They just kind of hone in on some storylines.
Yes.
And the fact is, I don't care for Hannah B whatsoever.
Me neither.
Like, she's very unsympathetic in this cause. And also, she should realize she's the one that finished behind Kaylin.
Yeah.
And Kaylin has the very strong story. There's no way she's going to look good.
No.
Yeah. So.
Like, she just looks like a sore loser.
Yeah. With, like, she, in her mouth, she doesn't know how to close her mouth. I feel like she's constantly in this state.
She does always have an open mouth. Huh.
Okay, we just did a lot of open mouth looks for those who are listening. That's really great. I don't know why our ratings are down this year.
I know. Seriously, if anybody knows anybody at NPR.
Yeah. Well, that's a great visual medium. Yeah, NPR.
Maybe they are looking for a YouTube podcast.
Oh, Carrie B. Here we go. I love Elise. I think she was cast for Jason/Blake. I think she has strong Bachelorette potential if she makes it far enough. I can see it.
Yeah, I think she would have been a good match for Blake.
Yeah. Speaking of Jason, him and Caitlin Bristow, a fish. They're fish dating.
Guys, this is a penis.
Yeah, and this
is a vagina.
Or, who knows how open-minded they are in the bedroom. Maybe this is a strap-on. This is a strap-on.
Just a little peg.
This is, just
situation.
a little bit. Hey, it's 2019. Anything's on the table.
This is why my mother-in-law watched our episode last week, and she's like, it got really dirty, Jenny.
It does sometimes.
I'm just like, I'm sorry, Kathy.
My parents watch live. They must be so ashamed. So.
Do you want time to explain what pegging is?
Yeah. When a man loves a woman.
But also stuff in his butt.
Yeah, and is willing to be vulnerable. It's really the most intimate form of love. So, we started off this week with no pegging.
That we saw.
But we started off with a peg leg of a situation because there were pirates.
Oh my god, that was a great, terrible transition.
Yeah, it was,
and I loved it so much. I want you to say it again.
It's really good, yeah. Arr.
Arr.
So, the group day card came and it said, looking for life's greatest treasure. And this somehow resulted in medieval times, but with pirates.
Yes.
Because nothing's more romantic than pirates.
Like, it literally even looked like they just bought a medieval times and put a pirate ship in the middle. Because it was like the same seats. It looked like they also had turkey legs.
Yeah, right. Because that's a big pirate meal. Do we have another turkey to baste?
Arr.
Arr. I love catching me some turkeys.
Got to avoid that scurvy.
Arr. Actually, I think that would contribute to scurvy.
Right?
Isn't scurvy just all meat?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's no veggies.
And I also feel like slaughtering turkeys on the boat would not create the most sanitary environment.
Well, so this is why are pirates sexy? Must have been a disgusting lifestyle.
I hate to admit it, but it's because of Jack Sparrow.
Okay. But even before then, I feel like in romance novels, like pirates, these guys coming ashore. Mm-hmm. They've only been with dudes for a while.
Maybe.
God, when was their last shower? They're pooping on this thing called the poop deck.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we just all ignored the realities of the pirate life.
Yeah, right, yeah. Their oral hygiene had to be terrible on those boats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's not forget, George Washington had wooden teeth.
He did.
We always gloss over that.
Yeah.
That's why his mouth is always closed in portraits. Well, also most people's were, because it took a long time to paint a portrait.
Yeah.
It's not like they could just take a picture and be like, I'm going to paint it from the picture.
Yeah. I would like to see one of the founding fathers just... Hey, we did it! We beat England!
You know what's great about being 31, besides the fact that I'm apparently an old lady cougar? Mm-hmm. I finally figured out how to smile in photographs.
Yeah, you've mentioned this before, but let's go over it again. Yeah, so sometimes when I see that...
It's this.
Sometimes when I see that, though, it bothers me because...
Oh, when I do it?
Not when you do it.
Liar.
This is a very fine line I'm walking. Not when you do it, but I'll see other people do it, and they're going like... I'm sure they've also discovered that's their best smile. Mm-hmm. But when they're in certain poses, it looks like they're faking laughter for the photo.
Gotcha.
And that's bothersome.
You feel like the face is out of place for the situation.
Because I expect so much authenticity in my social media feed.
As you should.
Yeah, right.
People are nothing but authentic on Instagram.
Yeah, so authentic.
Authenticity should be their slogan.
The new year was a real low point. Did I mention this on this podcast?
I don't think so.
Okay, when everyone... We're way off track.
Who cares?
Yeah, everyone was saying... Everyone, January 1st or like December 31st says, oh, 2018 was really such a struggle and very trying at times. It's like, bitch, all I saw was you going out to brunch and getting fucking wasted.
Truth.
Yeah. In front of like signs that say beautiful or like something like those neon signs, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Or a bright pink wall.
Yeah, right. Like there's no mention of it being difficult whatsoever. Now that being said, I don't want to see
difficulties.
Yeah, I don't want to see like, oh man.
I want to see them in moderation. I don't want you to like. I feel like I see this a lot with parenting. It's like walking a fine line between being honest about like how fucking hard it is, but also like reveling in the small joys.
Yeah, sure.
Of parenthood. But like, I know people who all they do is like bitch about their kids on social media, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, I know you're trying to be like real.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, parenting is hard, but like, are you happy?
Yeah.
At all?
Yeah. I just want a nice mix. We're like,
yes.
Yeah. I feel like really what's happening is people have said, oh, 2018 was so trying. Mm-hmm. They did not have a trying 2018. You know who had a trying 2018? People that live in fucking Somalia.
Yeah.
Like
Yemen.
The pirates that live in Somalia. Oh, I'm about to tie this all back.
Oh, we're going back to the pirates.
We'll go back to the pirates. But one's like, the fact that like you had to switch jobs or like you had a breakup, everyone does that.
It's called life, bitch.
It's called life, all right? You know what else is called life? Colton being fucking awkward. Mm-hmm. He was so awkward at this date. So somehow they go into a pirate competition that involves walking on a thing and hitting each other with foam pads.
Yeah.
Because that's what pirates did.
Yeah. They really should have, like, faked a sword fight or something. I don't know.
Well, at some point, Kaylin and Colton did a little mock sword fight. Did a little bit of swashbuckling.
But I thought she was rescuing him.
She did later. So essentially what happens is that they do all this stuff and, like, Hannahby and Kaylin have to go on the plank and she knocks them off. Mm-hmm. And then eventually, Kaylin and Tracy.
Guys.
Tracy.
Too much stuff in her face.
Her eyes are just... They were selected to try and rescue Colton. They got to have a competition to rescue Colton. I couldn't tell if Tracy was shocked that she was chosen or that, no, that's just her face. So... So they're chosen, and they have to do the thing again where I screwed up my hair when I did that. Whatever.
You can't have that.
No.
Vain. Remember.
They do that thing where they walk and like knock each other over the pads, and then Kaylin scurries up a little ladder and goes up, and Colton's tied with his hands behind his back.
Can you scurry again? Thank you. Thank you.
So. She goes up the ladder. Colton is tied with his hands.
I just started watering. Why?
I don't know. It was a very emotional moment.
I just was so moved by your story.
Yeah, it's good.
I couldn't handle it twice. I shouldn't have asked.
So she rescues him, unties him, and like they're there, and like she turns him around, and he's there, and this would be a great time for a kiss. And he just gives her like the hug and the good job, sport peck.
Might as well have slapped her on the back.
Yeah. Well, I think at the night portion, what did he say?
I'm going to do what I should have done.
No. Even as this was worse. It was like, he said, hey, you knuckleheads. And he fake punched them. At what point did that happen at? But he greeted the women with verbatim, hey, you knuckleheads.
Oh, you knuckleheads. That's what I always say to a group of men I want to date.
Yeah. He becomes more and more of a virgin every week.
It becomes more and more painfully obvious.
Yeah, right. Like, I think as the weeks progress, he's actually, like, losing experience with women.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. What do I do?
Yeah, I don't know. My tongue. I've heard that I'm supposed to do something with my tongue. So that happened. Then they went to the night portion of the date at the good old junkyard.
Guys, they keep going here.
Yeah.
I was like, they go here a lot.
Some Bachelor producer is like invested in this place and
Maybe
it's just waiting for it to blow up.
Or something.
Oh, do you think? I think there's a strong chance. I also think there's a pretty good chance nobody else is, like, the fake junkyard isn't in strong demand the rest of the year.
What is it? Is it like an event space?
It's just trash.
Do you think?
I don't know what. Yeah, it must be. Do people have their weddings there? Oh my god, am I gonna have to have my wedding there if I ever get married?
It is Los Angeles.
Yeah, I could have a wedding there. I mean, I'm not married. Might have to just call it marry somebody. Yeah.
There specifically.
Yeah, there specifically.
And Chris Harrison will officiate.
Yeah, and I'll still have like the bridesmaids all come over and interrupt the conversation that I'm having with somebody.
Yeah, you got to make it real.
So, the night portion had a couple of things. First, Demi.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she knows what role she's playing. It's okay. Almost yawned, but I did not.
Guys, sorry I didn't get much sleep last night.
So Demi is talking to Tracy, and like Tracy's talking about insecurities she's had in the past. And Demi says, "Yeah, I'd be pissed if I were surrounded by younger women."
Yes, if I was an older girl surrounded by younger women, which I thought was an odd phrase.
Yeah, and then sure enough, it's also weird. It's not older woman surrounded by younger girls.
Yes, it was an older girl surrounded by younger women.
Yeah. And then
I don't know if maybe like halfway through her sentence she caught herself using the word girls, and she, like us, is trying to be more mindful of her use of the word girls. I was like, oh no, we're women.
yeah, I'm never mindful about that. I use the word chicks way too much. Then Demi said that Tracy's part of the Cougar Club.
Yep.
So Cougars is now apparently 31.
Yep.
Yeah,
Guys, I'm gonna be 32.
Oh man.
What do I do? I'm so old. I'm basically all dried up and useless. Might as well go kill myself.
Life has passed you by. Do you ever think if I could have done something different? As you look back.
I would have frozen my body at 25.
Oh wow. That's impressive. So then
Walt Disney.
Kaylin had some one time with Colton. And Colton says, I screwed up at the pirate thing. And says I should have done this, before. But it's hard for me to be publicly affectionate. He's like tearing up during this.
That was weird.
I'm like, that's not a good look. I know that sensitivity in men is desired.
It's fine.
Yeah, but
it's just weird.
he's a real big baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just wonder.
Maybe that's why they keep showing him shirtless and flipping tires.
What?
They're trying to balance out
Oh, yeah.
his clear virginity.
Yeah, right. And so...
You know what was great, though? Because you know what we didn't talk about at all this episode?
No, there's a virgin joke.
Oh, there was one?
Yeah, he's not a stretching virgin. That was Cassie.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Cassie, why are you so beautiful?
Yeah. So then Hannah B saw this and she was... I got my mouth
Incensed.
open. I'm going to say something. So she grabs Colton and she just decides to rat out Kaylin.
No.
But not even like ratting out, but like she says she's just not a great person or whatever.
Did she say that to Colton?
Yeah.
Oh, did I miss that part?
Yeah. And so they say that. First of all, the person who squeals first always looks terrible.
He who smelled it dealt it.
Yeah. Or she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you were both pretty gassy tonight.
Yeah, very. Just tooting all over the place.
It happens.
It does.
And Tommy didn't even eat any of the lasagna.
Nope.
I don't take offense.
No, I had all the... I ate earlier. That's why I was tooting. So then...
It's my fault. I didn't tell you I was making lasagna.
Yeah.
Then maybe you wouldn't have eaten as much.
I probably wouldn't.
Can I send some home with you?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, that'd be great. So then...
Lasagna's a lot for two people.
It is. So then... Colton, that's the name of our bachelor, is alarmed.
Easily forgettable.
Yeah, he's alarmed, and he decides to talk to Kaylin. And Kaylin is shocked and hurt or whatever, and he decides to give her the rose, but then it's like the saddest rose ever because she comes back and she's sad. Whatever. The next day, she was very sad again.
Sad.
Meanwhile, Elise, who is so old... Jesus Christ, walking with a
30.
Yeah, walking with a cane.
Get a cane. When's your hip replacement?
Yeah. God, what other stuff do old people do?
My mom got a new hip.
Oh wow. Did she really?
Yeah, she had arthritis.
Okay. That's good.
No, it's great.
Yeah. She just doing a whole lot of hip stuff. Just
Well, So she had arthritis in her hip, and she was actually
31. She's 31.
Oh, she was having pain in her other leg because she was compensating.
Yeah, sure.
For her hip. So she kind of walked with like a limp, and now she doesn't anymore.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yep.
So that'll be Elise in like 2 years. Yeah. Not too far
Pretty
away.
soon.
Yeah. Taking fish oil, all that good stuff.
Yep. 31 and 63 are the same thing.
Same thing. So the day card said, love is in the air. Immediately, I thought, hot air balloon ride.
Yes.
Because they haven't done that in a couple of years. They're due. But sure enough, they went on a helicopter. Went all the way down to San Diego.
San Diego.
Which, of course means
a whale's vagina.
I believe...
That's not what it means in German. The original German.
You're right. The original
translation was lost.
Well,
no one knows. Doesn't it mean Saint Diego? No.
Agree to disagree.
That's what it means. Agree to disagree. When in Rome. That's not how that expression is used.
So they go to Belmont Park.
Guys, Anchorman.
Great movie.
Anchorman. I didn't see the second one.
Actually, the second one I really enjoyed.
Really? I heard it was terrible.
No, I think it's really funny.
Okay.
I think there's like a good 45-minute stretch where I was just laughing the whole time.
You know what got terrible reviews?
What?
That Sherlock Holmes movie.
Yeah.
That him and John C. Reilly made.
Yeah. I think a big difference in the quality of those movies that Will Ferrell's in is if Adam McKay is involved. What's your YouTube channel so I can subscribe?
Aren't you on it?
Podcast. Yeah, you're watching us.
You're watching us, Sarah.
Yeah, you're looking at us. What was I gonna say? Oh, so funny thing about Anchorman.
Yes.
It originally did not score well with test audiences.
Really?
Because
well,
originally
it was really.
Well, originally when they punted Baxter off the bridge, he did not come back. Like, they killed off Baxter.
Oh.
Yes.
And that's what really...
And so then when they brought him back, audiences loved it.
Park twice if you're in Milwaukee. Man.
And then the Kato Joe part is at the end. So, and then in Anchorman 2, there's a really funny part with Baxter.
New subscriber, Sarah. Good job, Sarah.
You did it. Super. There you go, you knucklehead.
I cut my thumb earlier.
Yeah, oh no.
On an onion.
Oh, man.
I was railing at Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
And I got a little slippery with the knife.
Yeah, that'll happen. So they go to Belmont Park. All these kids from Colton's charity are there. They do the stuff you do with kids when you're doing charity stuff.
You hand them things.
Yeah.
You play basketball with them.
It's going to be impossible for us to make fun of Colton in this context. Because
his charity work is good.
Yeah. That being said, he's terrible.
Still sucks.
Still sucks. So then we go to the night portion. Elise had talked about... I've not seen Temptation Island yet, Sarah. I need to watch it because of that girl from my gym.
But do you?
I do.
But do you?
No. So they get to the night portion. Elise talks about her sister who passed, which was a very sad story.
Yes.
They go to shockingly, they went to a
private concert.
Yes.
He was like, I have one more surprise. And I was like, private concert.
Yep. Done by a country artist we've never heard of.
Yeah, guys, you know what's really fun? Guessing what's going to happen next while you're watching this stupid, predictable show.
Yeah. Really, I would... You
should start putting money on it.
The no hot air balloon was very much a...
Yeah, that's really surprising.
Yeah. What was the date you came up with last week? Was it the open up or leave?
Yes.
Yeah. You need more of those.
This was also an open up or leave date.
Oh,
because he was like,
sure.
what makes you the way you are?
Yeah.
I was like, that was not
That's
subtle
your invitation.
at all.
Yeah. Everyone has a sob story except for Caitlin. We'll get to that later.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
It was awkward to watch.
Yeah. She was on Ari season 2.
Huh?
Who was on Ari season? Was somebody on Ari season as well?
No.
They
would have said that.
Yeah. Oh no, the artist. The country artist. Yeah.
Wow. They were utterly forgettable.
Yeah, didn't make an impression at all.
I looked at them and I looked at their name and I listened to the song and I'm like, I recognize none of this.
Yeah, right. So then we have a group date, and the card says, for every strong man, there is a stronger woman. So.
And we had Terry Crews.
Well, we had Colton shirtless first. Colton shirtless once again.
He's just big.
Yeah.
He's not that ripped.
I mean, he's in shape, but his core is not like. Look, there's a reason he couldn't make the squad. So then it's Terry Crews with his wife. Terry Crews, who's actually played in NFL games.
Yes, was actually a football player.
I remember the first time I saw him was in the movie Training Day. Mm-hmm. He plays one of the guys that lives in the project, and I was like, that is a large man.
Yes, he is a large man.
Yeah.
I watch him every week on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
There you go.
Do you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
What do you think the answer to that one is?
Fucking Jesus. Can you please watch my favorite shows?
Sorry. I watched this. So they just decide that they're going to have some sort of strength competition because of this. A couple things that happen is Colton stretched out Sydney. Very flexible.
Well, she's a dancer.
Very flexible.
When they did their challenge, she was like flipping the thing, and then she finished with a high kick that went all the way to her ear.
Yeah. She's...
I was like, whew, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah has a couple questions. Do you have a top 4 pick for the girls?
Oh, we'll do that at the end.
Yeah.
We'll do our...
Do you broadcast while the show is on? No, we don't. Well, occasionally we go.
Yeah.
We'll do like a live Insta.
Yeah.
But only if something really crazy is about to happen or we're bored.
So they're going to the strength competition. Fred Willard is there for some reason. The guy...
He did that, was it last season? Or
I think he's done it 2 years in a row. Yeah, because one of them...
at least the second time we've seen him on
one
the show.
of them was a dog show, and it was based on Best in Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But now, why is he here
I watched
again?
Waiting for Guffin, which is him.
Maybe he signed
the
a
90s.
multi-season contract.
Maybe. Or he just needs to work, because he looks like he's on death's door.
He's very old.
Yeah, he looks really, really bad. Like, just, yeah. He does not look vital.
Ooh, someone knows Sydney.
I've taken dance classes in NYC with Sydney. She's phenomenal. Tell her about our podcast.
Yeah.
That'd be great. We'd love to have her on.
No, we wouldn't. We don't like having people on the show.
I think an in-person visit. She gives us a dance lesson.
She lives in New York.
Well, she flies here.
Sydney.
And that is
Do you want to get on a
non-negotiable.
plane to Chicago
That is non-negotiable.
and give us a dance lesson for our podcast with 300 views?
I'm not going to New York. Not going.
New York smells so bad.
Well, I'm going to hopefully be running
It's a
there.
cliche for a reason.
Yeah.
They don't have alleys.
Well,
That's poor design.
yeah. I don't know her personally. I just recognize her from her classes. Then why would you say anything?
God damn it, Carrie.
Here we are thinking we're going to get Sydney on this podcast.
You just ruined my life.
Yeah. We just outed our hatred of New York.
You better apologize to my daughter.
Lucy is so
Her
upset.
future hangs in the balance if we don't start getting paid to do this podcast.
Guess you're going to Illinois State, Lucy.
Yep. Not even guess it's University of Illinois. That's not.
You know who went to Illinois State?
Oh,
Colton.
seriously?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure that's where he went.
He went to I Screwed Up?
Yep. Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. A couple of my really good friends went to Illinois State, and one of them works at LinkedIn, so she's doing just fine. It's still kind of is.
And their average ACT score, like when I was a freshman, was like 27. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
That's higher than I expected.
Yeah. Yeah. That being said, I screwed up. So Fred Willard is there. So as a trainer, I watched.
They're different pizzas, Sarah.
Yeah.
You need different pizzas for different situations.
Oh, Heather took vegan cinnamon rolls. First of all, slap yourself in the face for buying vegan cinnamon rolls. If you're buying cinnamon rolls, that's
Of
something
course
you.
they're gonna smell like piss.
Yeah, they're not gonna be good.
You need butter.
Yeah,
You need butter.
you just go to a Cinnabon and eat the Cinnabon.
I made a giant cinnamon roll once that I saw in a tasty video.
Okay.
It was delicious.
Oh, I'm sure.
It filled my entire cast iron skillet.
I'm
it was
sure.
basically like a cinnamon roll cake.
That sounds delicious.
That was good.
So they're doing. Heather Fitz says they're amazing.
Are you two married?
No.
Yes. Happily.
Yeah. Uh huh.
For 27 years.
Yeah. Right out of the womb.
No, I am married to another person.
Yeah.
And Tommy is married to no one.
Oh, that's a really nice way to put it. Nobody's wanted to marry Tommy. Sarah, you're not the only one that's confused. Let's take a second from the chat and let's get through the rest of this recap. So they're doing this competition. They have a sled with a cake on it. None of the girls can push this sled.
No.
Get low. Drive your legs. We have sleds and tires and ropes.
Well, it's a 100-pound cake, and it looked like it was pretty deep in the dirt. It was not.
100 pounds is nothing.
Well, I don't know.
100 pounds is nothing. No.
I don't know.
Then I
have very strong legs. I bet I could have done it.
Then they had the tire flipping.
Yep.
Which that's fine. Then they had to pull a limo. Tasha had to pull the limo. Mm-hmm. She was not good at it. Mm-mm. She just thinks that you can just stand up and start walking.
She was like trying to take it by surprise.
Yeah.
She was like,
yeah. Whoa.
It's like, no, get low, dig your heels in, like maybe hold onto the strap or something.
Yeah, right. And then they finished it off with a medicine ball. Anya won it. Anya, I'm so sick of her. Because then she walks in the night portion, she's like, I'm the strongest woman.
She's like, I'm assuming if I win, I get the rose. It's like, no, bitch, that's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not how it's going to work. No one wants to give you a rose.
Heather, all the dates are been there, done that.
Yeah.
They're just straight recycling.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Then they got to the night portion. Caitlin, I don't know who she is. She looks like the Canadian Caitlin Bristow. And I think she's from Canada.
I don't like her highlights.
She says that she hasn't been able to open up. Guess who's getting sent home? So she talks to Colton.
He opened up or leaved her.
Yeah.
And she said, I can't think of anything to like specific to open up to you about. And it's like, you should have rehearsed this.
Yeah. You
should be able to say your sob story in your freaking sleep.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's like, this is on you, girl.
And then, so she's talking and Colton just says, oh shoot.
Lordy.
Ooh. Oh, I gotta send this knucklehead home. Oh my god.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Can't wait for Onyeka to go home. I bet she goes to paradise and goes home the day she arrives.
She'll go to paradise.
She'll go to paradise, but she'll stay because she's gonna be dramatic.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll be like Alexis and God, all those terrible people. So she leaves.
Oh god, this franchise is just full of garbage.
Nicole had opened up about her Cuban grandmother or mother. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I like Nicole. She's spicy.
Yeah, she seems great.
She seems like a real person, which is nice.
Yeah, she does. Mm-hmm. She got the rose. So then Harrison shows up the next day and says, Colton knows what he wants. There's no cocktail party.
And then there's a long pause, and Tommy goes, but there's going to be a pool party. And then Chris is like, but there's going to be a pool party.
Colton will be shirtless.
Because we're psychic.
Yeah. So sure enough, the pool party starts. The shirtless obsession.
It's really confusing.
I don't
like, he actually said the words, Colton will be shirtless. And all of them freaked out. And then, like, 5 of them started talking about how they were excited to see Colton without a shirt.
I think what they're trying to do is hammer home that these women want to fuck Colton. Because apparently no woman has ever wanted to fuck Colton before.
Yep, that makes sense. That checks out.
Yeah. That kind of... I'm just a small town podcaster. Actually, from the 3rd largest city in the country. But...
And I'm from a suburb near the 3rd largest city in the country.
You bet your ass you are. But when we put our minds together, we can figure out the motives of the Bachelor. So this became all about Kayla and Hannah. Hannah is talking with that girl that's never been kissed before.
Mm-hmm. And she's just throwing logs on the fire.
She's like, she's manipulative and she's a terrible person, blah, blah. Then Kaylin pulls him aside and says, Hannah B just changed as soon as I, like, placed above her or whatever. She's manipulative, mean-spirited.
I'm sorry you lost the blanket.
It's okay. I'll be fine. Then...
Are you worried that everyone's going to think we're married now?
Yeah, I'm really worried about that.
When we share a blanket, it's a common law marriage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Poor Jeff.
Poor Jeff. He's on the outs.
Yeah.
Just upstairs taking care of our baby.
Yeah. It's gonna be a rough conversation I have with my mom.
I know.
Mom, I did something stupid.
I accidentally married Jenny.
Yeah. So then he goes and talks with Hannah. Hannah's like, just freaking believe me.
Which is always the thing that an honest person says.
Yeah. Look, I'm telling the truth. I watched a lot of The Sopranos. There's a lot of guys that are about to get killed that say, believe me, I didn't do that.
I am not a crook.
Yeah.
No collusion.
Yeah. That was more Nixon and Watergate.
I know.
Yeah. That's good stuff. That's good historical reference. You're not going to get that. I bet you fucking Ben and Ashley I aren't talking about Richard Nixon.
Oh, God. They are not.
Yeah.
Who do you think Ashley I thinks Richard Nixon is?
Oh, Jesus. Was he the guy that was almost Bachelor, but then they chose Sean Lowe? I don't know.
Wait, do you mean like Dick Nixon? Didn't he invent my vibrator?
Pop quiz. Who is Richard Nixon's vice president that had to resign because of the Watergate scandal?
Spiro Agnew?
Yes! Look at you. Do you know what state he was governor of?
No.
Maryland.
Cool.
Yeah. Pretty smart. Because I know two things. That means I'm pretty smart. So it just became all about Kaylin and Hannah. Colton has to take a break. Papa Bear goes to counsel him. He says...
He like goes back into the camera area. I'm like, what is Chris Harrison doing there? Why is he acting like he's part of this?
Because he's an integral part of the process. That's why. Yeah,
and he's talking to a producer. He actually seemed like really upset.
yeah, I think he is really upset.
You know they're upset when they start on camera talking to a producer.
Yeah, right.
And being like, I trust your opinion. Please tell me.
I mean, I don't think that it's too much to assume that Colton isn't the most worldly person. That he has the wool pulled over his eyes quite a bit.
Yes, I feel like his bullshit detector is non-existent.
I think there's a chance he might have just realized that the producers may have cast two women because of drama within the house instead of being over, being over him.
Do you watch The Good Place? No, of course you don't. So there was a character in a recent episode who, like, she basically was in heaven and alone. So she was, like, very trusting, but also, like, naive and stuff. So they told her, like, these stupid lies, and she's just like, well, all right. And I feel like that's Colton.
Yeah, right. I think that's pretty accurate.
They won a contest to tour the mailroom of heaven. Well, that sounds super weird. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's Colton.
Yeah, he's...
Gwendolyn from The Good Place. If anybody watches The Good Place, which you should.
I should. It's another show. It's number 60 that's on the list.
Yup. Actually, I does not have a degree in journalism. Shut the fuck
I think she does,
up.
but it's probably from, like, Rutgers, so it doesn't even matter. I think she actually does, because she was a sideline reporter for the Jets.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Oh, she's terrible.
Yeah, still hate her.
So then we went to the rose ceremony. They made it seem like Hannah B was going to go home. Not a chance. Shockingly, so Catherine and some other blonde girl went home.
Who, they like showed her a couple of times during the episode. I'm like, who is that?
Yeah.
Who?
But
she was in the Cougar Club.
But Bree went home, and I was very bummed.
Also, confusion. Because Bree, like, faked an Australian accent the first night, and then we just never talked about it. Mm-hmm. Nobody on the show talked about it.
Yeah.
It was not addressed.
Didn't you hear when she said goodbye to Colton? Good on ya. Crikey. Can't believe I got sent home.
Later, mate.
Yeah. Dango ate my rose.
Yeah, so That was hyped and then dropped. And I'm upset about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe she'll do it on Paradise. She's for sure. The reason that was a brilliant move by her, they ensured a ticket to Paradise. Because she'll be like, hey, I'm Brie. I was the one that was Australian for a night.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll see in Paradise, Brie. Very pretty, by the way.
She's got a nice face.
I think she's a very pretty lady. So, if we're doing our hometown rankings, top 4.
Demi. I think Demi's getting a hometown because of her mom.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think so, but okay.
But well argued.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good theory. And that's one to put in your back pocket.
Back pocket.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't you do your 4?
Okay, Hannah G.
Okay, so Demi, Hannah G. I'll do my top 4. How about
Okay.
that? So
I have a hard time remembering their names.
I'll go Kaylin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Cassie.
Mm-hmm. Is it because you think Cassie will get a hometown?
I think Cassie will
get a hometown because we're both a little in love with her.
Yeah, Cassie is so gorgeous. I love her.
Guys, she's so beautiful.
I love her.
I think she's a natural blonde.
But
I think her hair just looks like that.
They don't.
And she's like hot and cute.
Oh, she's so great.
She's got such a 1,000,000-watt smile. I'm a little in love with her.
Yeah, she's just got an
ease about her.
She's just so vivacious.
Yep.
She sparks my inner joy.
She sparks joy.
Yeah, she sparks joy. So I'm gonna organize her and put her right over there.
Guys, literally
in my life.
Everyone on my Instagram is tidying.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about it.
And yet I just made a huge old mess in my apartment just to spite it.
Just started throwing laundry on the floor. Yeah. Fuck your folding.
I've never been happier ever.
Rain and chaos.
So I've got Cassie, Kaylin.
Kaylin.
I would say Hannah G.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will say, I think Katie.
Mm.
She's really pretty. Well,
mm-hmm.
This will be my 4. So you've got Demi and Hannah G.
I think Sydney.
Okay.
And Kaylin.
And Kaylin, wow. So they only showed Cassie for a bit today, but there is a heavy makeout.
There was.
Yeah, I think she's a clear favorite. I legit think she's gonna win. That's my hunch. Okay. Oh yeah, moving in a couple of weeks and laughed all day as I was making messes of one room after another purging. Yep.
Yep. Purging when you move is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great time to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, do I actually want to take this to my new place?
No.
No. Gone.
Okay. So that's it for this week. Mm-hmm. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to get in touch, get the mailbag, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe to the
YouTube
podcast.
Comments.
Yeah. YouTube comments.
Subscribe. Tell your friends.
Yes. Also,
tell your podcast producer friends.
Thanks to our friends who notified us of some sound quality issues.
We're sorry.
I don't know how to make it sound better in the
space.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Maybe we should switch to recording in the sunroom now that we have better lighting in there.
Is that going to do anything?
Well, there's more fabric in there, so it might absorb some of the sound better.
So I think that studios have fabric covered walls. Yeah, I think that's probably it.
So that the sound doesn't bounce.
Yeah.
But it is absorbed.
Yeah, probably. Probably for the best. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do.
We'll try that, guys.
All right. Thanks so much.
But we won't have the fridge in the background, so...
No, say goodbye to the iconic fridge. We're killing that character off.
Toast.
Yeah, right. And then if we need to bring it back, we'll do a whole dream sequence where we'll just wake up in the middle of a season.
The evil twin just showed up.
It'll be like Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for watching.